Hello book lovers and welcome to episode 62 of BookMinutes. If you don't know me yet, I am Adela and BookMinutes is the podcast where I review the latest books I am reading, having in mind a big desire to encourage you to become closer with books and education in general, and why not to tell you what's worth or not reading nowadays. My latest pick was The Tribe by Sebastian Junger, an American journalist, and maybe an important detail to mention, a war correspondent. My copy here was published by Editura Art under the Sapiens collection. But let's go back a little bit to Sebastian. The whole book represents his ideas on blaming the individualism of societies while promoting the old tribe life where people would count on each other for the most basic needs they had, from providing food to supervising kids, sharing roofs, and so on. As we also saw during this pandemic, where more than half of the globe was working remotely, we had no issues in carrying on our lives isolated with almost zero community contact. While many of us call this progressive development, digitalization, globalization, and so on, we are more lonely than ever. And from here to anxiety and depression are just some few steps. About this, a new idea I got from the book was related with this independence of self, starting even from newborns. What do? We make babies fall asleep alone, and we take pride in this, or even worse, we build separate rooms for them to grow up in. They quickly become so attached to plush toys, and I never knew that that was because those toys trigger security needs. You know, just like in the experiment with the baby chimp. If you read Harari, I think you should remember about it. Other topics are related with the meaning of war, the fact that during a war the suicidal cases spectacularly drop, but also the returning military personnel have great difficulties of adjusting to their older life as they feel unneeded anymore. Their tribe was aborted, so what's left? I also learned about the honorific title Righteous Among the Nations, a title given to strangers who risked their lives during the Holocaust to save Jews from extermination by the Nazis just because they had clear beliefs about what's good and what's bad. Nowadays, many things changed, and our tribes, if we could still call them like that, refer to a very limited number of individuals. We may speak about kids, a wife or a husband, and sometimes parents. Sometimes. Sebastian inspires us to reflect on our belongingness needs and try to be less digitized when seeing each other or simply carrying on our lives in such a digitized world. Actually, I liked his message quite a lot, leaving me to rate the book with 4 stars out of 5. I think it was very well documented with great examples, and I think it will give you new stuff to learn and a lot of food for thought. Until next time, this was episode 62 of BookMinutes. Feel free to share it with your own tribe, and let's build great things together.